Hello, I'm Jay Haley from Palmore Institute. This video is for our Aiken NICU writing class. And this will be the fifth video in the series. All right, let's talk about today. I just wanted to start with a little bit of review of what we covered last time. So last time we were getting into the topic of supporting sentences. And I said I was going to break this into two parts. And last week we looked at this first part, this highlighted part right here that says to start with a transition word. Here's a quick reminder of what some of those transition words were. Again, you want to use a transition word at least 3 times in your writing. You'll use it before the first main idea, before the second main idea, and at one last time before the conclusion. Now, this list shows some ideas of words that you can use as the transition to introduce these 3 sections. The 3 that are highlighted are the ones that I recommend the most because they're the easiest to remember. Okay? But if you don't like these, you could choose something else. Okay? This is all a review of last time, and if you want to, you can go back and check out the last video in which I explain how to use the transition words and show some examples of how to do that. But today I wanted to move along to this third point that's listed here. It's including a main point and details in your answers in each of the 2 main supporting point sections. So this video will deal with that topic about having sort of a main idea and then following up with some details. So with the supporting sentences, I think a good place to start is just to think about, how much do you have to write? Well, I've taken a look at a couple of these sample answers, broken it down, we'll analyze it some, and I'll give you some recommendations about how much to write. Okay. Here in this one, and this was the answer that we saw in several previous videos, the question was about the internet shopping. Okay. I've left out the topic sentence and the concluding sentence and just focus on those supporting sentences. Those are highlighted in yellow here. Okay. The supporting sentences amount to 63 words, 63 out of the 88 total. Okay, so 63 words for supporting sentences. The remainder are either from the topic sentence or from the concluding sentence. Let's take a look at one more example. In this example, you'll see the question was about companies and wearing casual clothes. And in this one, the entire answer is 91 words long, and the supporting sentences are going to account for 69 of the 91 words that you write. And remember, the recommended length for your answer is between 80 and 100 words altogether. Okay, so the first one again, 63 words. The second one, 69 words just for supporting sentences. Okay. Let's also consider how many sentences you're going to want to write. Okay. One more time, this is the one about the internet. I've separated the 2 points. Remember, you're going to have to have 2 supporting points for your answer. So the first supporting point here is highlighted in yellow, and altogether that comes to 3 sentences. Okay. The second supporting point, that's highlighted in green, and that's 2 sentences long. Let's analyze the other answer, the one about the companies and casual clothing. Okay. In this one, the first supporting point accounts for 2 sentences, and the second supporting point, 3 sentences. Okay. First supporting point is again highlighted in yellow. The second supporting point here is highlighted in green. Okay. Don't worry about the details yet. We'll look at the actual words a little later. Okay. But 2 or 3 sentences for each supporting point. All right. So in summary, what we're looking at when you want to know about how much to write, here's the recommendation. For the supporting sentences, I'll recommend that you write between 60 and 80 words for the supporting sentences. Okay? Again, this does not include the topic sentence or the concluding sentence. Okay? Second thing, in terms of the numbers of sentences you want to write, you'll write either 2 sentences or 3 sentences for each of the main supporting points. So you'll have 5, maybe 6 supporting sentences altogether. Okay, having looked at how much we want to write, let's get into this point a little bit about starting with a main idea and then adding details in the next sentences. Okay. So what I recommend is, according to this slide, for each point, you start with the main idea. The first sentence will be kind of the main idea, and then you're going to add details in the next sentence, the next 2 or 1 or 2 sentences that follow. Okay. Let's get an idea of what I'm talking about. Again, back to the one about internet shopping. Okay. We looked at the question. The question was, these days, some people buy things on the internet. Do you think more people will do so in the future? When we were writing this one, we decided on 2 ideas that we were going to use for support. First one was going to be convenience. The second one was price. Now here I've highlighted in blue all the points about convenience. Okay. As you'll see, looking at the blue sentences, the first point begins with a transition word, first. Okay. And then this main idea is all in this darker blue sentence. First, internet shopping is very convenient. Okay, that is just repeating this idea of convenience. We chose convenience as one of the 2 points. And so here I'm just saying what is the first main point. Okay, internet shopping is very convenient. I'm going to follow that with 2 more sentences. This is the lighter blue, and this is going to give some more details about the convenience. So one more time from the beginning of this point, it will read, first, internet shopping is very convenient. Okay? Some people are very busy during the day, so they do not have time to go shopping at regular shops. Internet shops do not close at night like regular shops do, so people can shop for things whenever they like. Okay, again, the darker blue sentence is the main point. It's repeating the point that you've chosen. And then the next 2 sentences are giving some details about those points. Let's take a look at the second point here. Now, the second point in this answer was price. We had decided we're going to talk about the price as being a reason why more people will shop online in the future. Okay. This is only 2 sentences long, and it's quite short, but what it says, again, a darker blue sentence, which is the main point about price, and then the lighter blue sentence, which is giving more detail about that. Okay, so the main point in this first sentence, also, internet shopping is often cheaper than buying things in stores. Okay? People always like buying things cheaply. Okay, so a main point, internet shopping is often cheaper, and that's followed with just a little bit of detail that people like to buy things more cheaply. And that's all you'll need. Let's look also at the other answer we're focusing on today, the one about casual clothes in the workplace. Okay. Again, you'll see the question here at the top of the slide. The question was, today some companies allow their employees to wear casual clothes like jeans or t-shirts. Do you think the number of such companies will increase in the future? We looked at that question and we decided the answer was going to be yes. Yes, more companies will allow their employees to wear casual clothes. After we decided that we were going to say yes, we were looking for 2 supporting points, and you'll see them here between the question and the actual answer. the 2 points we were choosing was, the first one is office culture, the second one is the environment. Okay, so let's look at this first one, the office culture. One more time, we'll have in darker blue, there is the main supporting point, okay, where we just repeat the idea about office culture. And then the light blue sentence will give more details about the dark blue sentence. Okay, let's take a look at it. The topic sentence was, I think that more companies will allow employees to wear casual clothes. Okay. By doing so, they can make their workers happy. Okay. These clothes are more comfortable than dress clothes, so workers will be more relaxed and able to enjoy their work. Okay, so making workers happy is related to the culture of the office. It's the main point about office culture, is the feeling in the office will be better because the workers will be happy. Office culture will therefore be better. The secondary supporting point, the light blue one, explains what I mean when I say happy workers. What I mean is, as the light blue says, that casual clothes are more comfortable. Being more comfortable makes you happier. You enjoy work more. Okay. Let's also look at the second point we were going to talk about in this answer, and that was the environment. Okay. Here, one more time, dark blue is the main point about environment. Okay. You'll see that sentence, the dark blue sentence says, second, many companies want to help the environment. Okay. Again, I've just taken the word, the environment, from the suggested supporting ideas, and I've kind of repeated it in this dark blue sentence. Now, I need to give some more detail to explain what I mean when I say companies want to help the environment, and how is that connected to casual clothing. So that's where the light blue sentences become important, and they're going to explain it. Here's what it says. If employees are allowed to wear casual clothes, they will be cooler. Because of this, companies won't have to use air conditioners as much, which will reduce the amount of energy used. So more companies will allow employees to wear casual clothes. Okay, so you can see here those two blue sentences are explaining this connection between helping the environment and casual clothes in the office. Okay, casual clothes are cooler. You don't need the air conditioner so much. You'll use less energy. All right. Hey, that's a pretty good place to take a quick pause. I do want to talk a little bit more about supporting sentences. The next video, I'll give you some more details about supporting sentences. We're not finished with this point yet. But for now, let's take a break. I'll set you up with some homework, and that'll keep you busy until next time. So here's the homework. I'd like you to answer this question. Okay, the question is this: these days, more and more shops are open 24 hours. Do you think it is a good trend? Okay. Suggested points are convenience, work, neighborhood. Again, you don't have to use all of these or any of these. You'll only use two. Okay. And it could be your own idea. Okay. Take 20 minutes. Try to write an answer that will fill what we talked about in terms of the word count that you want to use. So you're going to want to try to get 60 to 80 words in your supporting sentences. I'd like you to focus on that this week. Okay. Once that's done, you'll be good, and we'll be ready for next time, where I'll give you a little more information about using a main point and supporting that with some details. Okay. So until next time, thank you very much. I'm Jay Haley from Palmore Institute. I'll see you in the next video.